Alright, picture this. It's 2:17 a.m. A silent kitchen, dark counter, and a phone screen lights up with 3 chilling words. Don't you open the door. Just 1 minute later, at 2:18 a.m., the inside deadbolt of a 6th floor apartment clicks. But here's the kicker. No one was there, no broken locks, no forced entry, no footsteps on camera, just a completely sealed door and a mystery that will make your skin crawl. This is Mira's story. A nurse, home from a double shift, phone face down. That text from unknown wasn't a warning, it was part of the plan. Investigators found tiny clues, a ceramic bowl rotated just 30 degrees, a rubbery smear on the deadbolt, a loose peephole, and a single red fiber. This wasn't magic, it was cunning. Our best guess, a thin, transparent filament attached during a fake maintenance visit pulled from the hallway. The text, pure misdirection, creating a split-second delay to cover their tracks. They weren't after cash, they were after information. A photo of something on the fridge, a note, a calendar. The scariest part, this whole unsettling event took less than 1 minute. So if you were Mira, what would you secure first? Your peephole, your deadbolt, or that calendar on the fridge? This is Criminal Stories. Like, subscribe, and tell me, what do you think happened between it was 2:17 in the morning when a phone lit up a dark kitchen counter? The message was just 3 words. Don't open the door. Out in the hallway, the security cameras saw nothing. Less than a minute later, at 2:18, the deadbolt on the inside of the door clicked shut. This is a sealed door mystery, the kind that feels impossible. No broken lock, no pry marks, just a door that locked itself from the inside. The apartment belongs to a 27-year-old night shift nurse we'll call Mira. She lives on the 6th floor in a building with working CCTV in the lobby, the elevator, and the corridor outside her door. On a Sunday night, after a long double shift, Mira gets home at 1:42 a.m. Her keys clatter into a ceramic bowl on the counter. She sends a 1-word text to her sister, home, and leaves her phone face down. By 2:12, the lights are out and the apartment is still. At 2:17 and 6 seconds, a notification illuminates the kitchen. The sender is listed as unknown. The text warns, don't open it. There's no knock, no doorbell, no footsteps on the wall. But at 2:18 and 1 second, there's a soft metallic click. The deadbolt on the inside of the door moves. Mira doesn't wake up. Morning arrives at 7:24. The door is still locked from the inside. Nothing obvious is missing, not her TV, not her laptop, but something small is wrong. The ceramic bowl holding her keys has been rotated about 30 degrees clockwise. A faint arc of dust on the counter shows where it used to sit. It's the kind of detail you can't unsee once you know it. When investigators arrive, they find no signs of forced entry, but on the deadbolt lever, there's a shallow, rubbery smear. Not a scratch, but a drag mark. The peephole's inner ring is slightly loose. It turns with just a fingertip, and lying near the keys is a tiny red synthetic fiber, no bigger than a grain of rice with a heat-sealed edge. The prepaid number that sent the text was active for less than 24 hours. It pings near the building between 2:16 and 2:19, sends one message, and then goes silent forever. The lobby camera shows no one entering after 1:50 a.m., but the elevator doors open to an empty space at 2:15, and again at 2:19. A neighbor Air's audio recorder captures the click of the bolt at precisely 2:18. Here's the timeline that matters. 1:42 a.m. Mira arrives. 2:12 lights out. 2:17:06 the text message. 2:18:01 the click. Whatever happened, it happened in a window of less than 1 minute. So how did they do it? Let's look at the theories. Hypothesis 1, a mechanical slip. Maybe the bolt wasn't fully engaged and just fell into place. But tests show that when a bolt slips, it happens within seconds, not after a full minute of being still. Plus, the lock has a firm detent. It clicks into place. Gravity alone isn't enough. Mechanical slip is unlikely. Hypothesis 2, a powerful magnet used through the peephole. It's a cool idea, but with the peephole lens in place, the magnetic force is almost zero. Even with the lens removed, the torque would be weak and awkward, and someone would have to stand at the door for several minutes, risking being seen by the cameras. Magnetic manipulation is possible in theory, but very difficult in practice. This brings us to hypothesis 3, a transparent filament or a piece of clear tape prepared much earlier. Imagine this. Someone attaches a thin, strong see-through line to the deadbolt lever. They route it along the edge of the door and hide it in the tiny gap in the frame. Hours later, from a camera blind spot in the corridor, they give it a single firm tug, the lever turns, rubbery sphere we saw on the metal. The bolt clicks into its locked position. The tape is then peeled cleanly away, leaving almost nothing behind. This method perfectly explains the evidence. The red fiber, it's likely a tiny tab used to grip the end of the filament, which sheared off and fell onto the counter. The loosened peephole, a day earlier, a maintenance worker had visited to replace the smoke detector battery. This gave them the perfect opportunity. A few moments alone with the door to loosen the peephole, test the bolt's stiffness, and pre-thread the filament. What about the empty elevator and the mysterious text? The elevator was likely a test, a way for the intruder to check if the hallway was clear without showing their face on camera. The 217 text message, it's a brilliant piece of misdirection. If Mira woke up, the message would make her freeze and hesitate. If she stayed asleep, it acted as a signal for the person in the hall, pull now. The short delay between the text and the click of the bolt is exactly what I don't expect from a human arm pulling on. So, let's reconstruct it. The day before, during a maintenance visit, the peephole is tampered with and the filament is severed. That night, before 1:50 a.m., the intruder enters the building and waits in the stairwell to At 2:17, they send the text. At 2:18, they pull the line, the bolt slides home, the line is retracted, the bowl is rotated slightly to serve as a quick visual reference, confirming the bolt's final position from a distance. The intruder takes a quick photo of whatever they came for and disappears. But what was the target? It wasn't cash or electronics. It was information. A password on a sticky note, a Wi-Fi QR code on the fridge, a calendar date, a serial number, or even a photo of a key. A picture takes seconds to capture and leaves no obvious trace of theft. The goal wasn't to take something Mira would miss, but something she wouldn't even know was gone. This case teaches us a chilling lesson. No forced entry doesn't mean no entry. It can mean the entry was prepared long before. Small details like peepholes and doorways are critical vulnerabilities. Always verify maintenance visits. If your peephole feels missing, replace it. The story doesn't need ghosts or magic. It just needs careful preparation, a thin piece of plastic, and a chilling text message sent at the perfect moment. Between 2:17 and 2:18, a door didn't move by itself. It obeyed the will of someone who understood angles, blind spots, and fear. If you had to design this break-in, what would you change? And if you lived here, what would you secure first? The peephole, the deadbolt, or the calendar on your fridge? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.